Lakeside Dental Clinic, Go Island, is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic.
We're exploring the bunny trail today at Milner Gardens and Woodland in Qualicum Beach, and things are blooming.
Finding positive self-image in an airbrushed world, searching for dinosaurs in Port Alberni, and Jocelyn Matwee explores Englishman River Falls.
We'll look for bunnies on the bunny trail and explore spring blooms later on this edition of Go Island. But first, growing up and finding self-identity can be a challenge for any teenager, but for girls who are growing up in a world where media consistently airbrushes out imperfections or reality, the challenge can be overwhelming. Here's Fiona Shedden. Magnolia trees, one of my personal favorites, but Kim, you say they are, what, the bane of your existence?
They can be. They have lots of things that they drop. These little calyxes here, they drop off first. They're the fuzzy coating that covers them up to keep them warm. Then they drop off. Then, of course, the flowers, the petals themselves drop. Then the very center inside here, you can see there's a sort of a little center. Then that falls out. And then the leaves fall out. So they're year-round dropping something.
But they are
you have to have them.
Beautiful. They are so beautiful. They're one of the first bloomers, so they tell us that spring is here, is coming.
They do, and there's lots of different colors. There's a very, very dark purple. There's the white with the tinges on the bottom. There's another one called Magnolia stellata, which is more like almost like a giant petal daisy. There's one around the corner here. There's even a yellow one. I think it's very pale, but there is a yellow one out now. So you can't go wrong with magnolia. They can get big. They don't like to be pruned, but if you have the space and there's only 1 or 2 trees you've got room for, then a mag is one you have to have.
And are they easy to grow?
Pretty easy. Once they're in the ground.
I killed one. I did kill one once.
Once they're in the ground and established, they'll stay.
There's something about just the beauty and the grace of the flowers contrasted with the strength and the age of the tree, and I think that's part of what people are attracted to.
Well, I think that's one of the things I like about them, and there's no real design to their trunk. They kind of go wherever they want to go. And again, they don't need to be pruned. You can, but they kind of do even little weirder things when you do. But they can be occasionally prone to some winter damage if there's a lot of heavy wet snow, but that's usually not an issue here, once in a blue moon.
Can you take them inside? Can you put them in a vase?
You can. I don't know that they'll last a very long time, but I mean, if you get a tree like this with so many on it, you could do it every day. You're not going to miss it.
Excellent. I would. Okay, thanks, Kim. We're going to do some more spring plant identification here at Milner Gardens and have a sneak peek at the bunny trail. All of that after a short break.
Generations attend Dino Camp in Port Alberni, Battle of the Badges, Victoria PD versus Saanich PD on the ice, and waterfalls at Englishman River.
There are probably a few rabbits at the SPCA these days as well, but we're here at Milner Gardens today to talk about the bunny trail. It's becoming a family tradition for many oceanside families and beyond, I suppose.
Yeah, we're getting guests from up and down the island these days.
What is it exactly?
So it's a very simple but enjoyable family event for Easter. The kids have a chance to come through, and we have a number of ornamental bunnies hidden throughout the garden.
And each one's different?
Each one's different. And the kids are given a map and they try to find as many as they can, just checking them off. So they have a chance to go through and explore all around the gardens, looking here and there for them.
Excellent.
And at the end, of course, we have a little Easter treat for all the kids who come through.
They have to take their completed maps into the gift shop.
Yep.
Which is the old pool house.
Which is the old pool house, yes.
Right.
Yeah.
Get a little Easter chocolate, I'm assuming.
Yeah, so it's a chance for the kids to run around, not too much sugar, but just enough to give a little Easter yumminess.
The parents can be relatively hands-free as the kids run amok,
right? The kids can run around and explore, so it's a nice chance to get outdoors and with the family in the garden in the springtime.
Excellent. Now it's kind of the kickoff for your whole season.
Yeah, this weekend, we do open up 4 days a week, starting on Thursday. And so yeah, this is really the launch of our this first spring event, first big spring event. And we'll be going 4 days a week through to end of April, and then we'll be launching 7 days a week for the whole summertime.
Excellent. Now, milnergardens.org is the place to go for full times and listings and details and everything else that you might need to know. And while folks here are looking for bunnies on the bunny trail, people in Port Alberni are looking for dinosaurs. Did you see Jenny Fortin in that story? Sharing her childhood memories about searching for dinosaurs in Port Alberni. You're watching Go Island on Shaw TV Channel 4. We're here at Milner Gardens Woodland in Qualicum Beach, trying to help you out identifying a few of the spring flowers that you might be seeing and have been for the last couple of weeks popping up at your gardens and roadways and parkways and trails. What are these ones?
This is one of the many different types of anemones that are coming up. There's anemone nemorosa, anemone blanda, anemone hupensis. There's a number of them, as usual in anything horticultural. But there's blues and whites and pinks. They're very early, and because we're a little bit early this year anyway, so they're up a little bit extra early.
And that's because we didn't have a cold winter, really, to
speak of. Well, they brought us the cold in November, and a little bit in December, but so far so good.
Okay, now
we've had snow in April, but I'm hoping not this time.
Right behind you here, yeah. What is this?
This is another one that a lot of people will have, but here at Milner they've been around for a long time, so they are quite large. It's Pieris japonica. There's lots of different varieties. They have, they're well known and well liked because they also have, not only do they have the flower, but their new growth is usually either flaming red or a corally orange, which a lot of people like those colors, very spring-like colors.
Is this native to our
No, it's not native. No. It's usually Japan. Japonica means Japan.
Okay.
So.
Things you'll learn every
day.
Which
is half the plant world is called something japonica. So
right now I see lots of color.
We have rhodos that are blooming from January to July.
One of the questions, Kim, that you get asked all the time is when is the best time to come and see the rhodos in bloom?
Well, usually from mid-April to mid-May, depending on the weather. The most famous two words in horticulture is it depends. Yeah. But yes, there's usually something in bloom, rhodo-wise in bloom from January to July. There's always something.
Now you coincide it with your plant sale, your annual plant
very
sale.
Good timing on our part.
And that takes place when?
25th and 26th.
Of April, right here at Milner Gardens.
The last weekend in April, always.
Okay, good. It's quite popular.
It's getting there. Yeah, it's been well received. Members get a discount, and the non-members get a discount as well. So everybody's happy, and there's lots to go around.
Excellent. So. Okay, we're going to move from flowers and gardening and horticulture down to Victoria for some hockey with Battle of the Badges. Here's Kevin Chirac. We're quite literally sitting here in a garden bed. We've moved up to the reflecting pond at Milner Garden, and we're looking at
work.
Work.
It's the best time of year. If you haven't done it already, it's the best time of year to prune your roses. Be a little tougher than you'd like to be. I tend to go on the soft side, but I always make myself go a little bit farther down, take a little bit more off. While you're down here, you can pull out the weeds that the deer haven't gotten to yet. Enjoy the bulbs that are just coming up. I see some alliums coming up, and you can already enjoy the muscari, grape hyacinth people call them as well.
Grape hyacinth. I knew there was a nickname.
There's a white one and a pink one, but we try and create a bed of yellow and blue here, so it's a work in progress.
Now, I don't know if you want me to point this out or not, but I saw some daffodils that I barely recognized back there.
Yes. Well, with this lovely cool weather, we're having a massive slug invasion, so they are wreaking havoc on our daffodil flowers.
Is it a balance between, I mean, you want slugs because they do some good, but you don't want too many? What do you guys do here?
Well, you can put out copper barriers. That's another one, another famous one. You can use the bird safe slug bait if you choose, but I like the copper barriers. I just haven't gotten there yet. There's so much.
More work.
Yeah, more work.
Okay,
Never a dull moment.
We're gonna go explore nature in a different way now. Jocelyn Matwee is taking us to Englishman River Falls. With all the rain that we've been having lately, I bet the falls are spectacular. That brings us to the end of this edition of Go Island, the 9th. We think annual Bunny Trail takes place here at Milner Gardens, a family tradition for many island families. It starts on Thursday and runs through Easter Monday, kicks off the season, the spring season here at Milner Gardens. There's also a fundraising event taking place on Saturday, April the 18th in the upper parking lot. They'll shred your stuff, $5 a box, with all funds going to Milner Gardens and Woodlands. Thanks for watching Go Island. We'll see you next time.
Lakeside Dental Clinic Go Island is brought to you by Lakeside Dental Clinic, a division of the Vancouver Island Implant Center, delivering dental services, including dental implants and sedation dentistry, all under one roof. Clothing supplied by Catwalk Fashions. Kate's Hair and Aesthetics provided by Maffeo Salon.